This is the BMW X1. It's the smallest SUV that BMW makes. So small, in fact, they had to base it on something mini.
That's why this is actually a Mini. Well, the chassis is at least.
So, does it drive like one?
Well, no, because this actually drives like a BMW 3 Series. And that makes it crazy. Crazier than a Colombian housewife on steroids. How can you be three things at once? Well, in essence, that's exactly what an SUV is, a sports utility and vehicle. But let's break down this case of schizophrenia and see each side individually.
Is it sporty?
Well, yes, it is sporty. If we're comparing it to Buckingham Palace or Elton John's face. These wheel gaps, for example, have so much space between them, you could fit the entire American debt and the EU debt in there. Look at that.
It's not particularly fast either.
Now, this car has 320 Newton meters and 143 horsepower. And that's only 142 more than a horse. But it has a trick up its wizard sleeve, because if I press the sport button here, it downshifts and I get sport displays on a diesel! I had a Renault Megane RS that didn't even have that. Alright, here we go, okay? Oh, yes! 90 kilowatt. That's like 400 horsepower or something. But what about the utility side of things? What if I want to carry everyday items, such as a box of Putins nude photos? Oh my god. Oh, incredible. I can store these easily in the back here. Then if I press this little button, the seats automatically go down and I can push them forward for everyone to admire. That's amazing. The practicality of this car is unmatched. I'm 1.90 m, which is 17 feet if you use your feet to measure things. And I have so much headroom, I could hire a midget full time to sit on my shoulders, and even he would have headroom. One thing I don't quite like is there aren't any USB ports at the back here. There are, however, 2 lightning ports. As if to say children of BMW owners only use Mac because they're a bit pretentious, and they know they're better than you. That brings us to V, the vehicle part of this car, and that isn't bad either. Sure, it feels like you're driving St. Peter's Basilica, except with more space in here, but it has an intelligent all-wheel drive system that can detect imperfections in the road and counter them before you've even gotten there. It's something out of a sci-fi movie.
So where does it excel then?
One thing I've never experienced in a car before is an identity crisis. This car has twin exhausts, but it says 18D on the side. Can you guess why? Because it's a 1.8 diesel? No. It's a 2-liter diesel. And the sports displays, it's like, I'm a strong sports car. No, I'm a diesel. No, I'm a sports car. I'm a diesel.
So where does it excel then?
Well, nowhere really. This car does so many different things at once that it's hard to pinpoint what exactly it excels in. But one thing's for sure. If you pull up in a car park, you will have the coolest car in that car park. That is guaranteed. Until one of those pulls up, then not anymore.
Oh, hey Vincent.
Hey Luke.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Oh, filming a video.
Yeah, it's a BMW X1.
It's nice, enjoy.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. So, who would want to buy a BMW X1? Well, it's people who buy polo underwear because they cannot afford Victoria's Secret. And that's the thing. You buy this car because you can't really afford a BMW X3. The X3 is small enough to be a compact SUV. This exists purely as an entry level into the X market. You kind of want an X5M with 500 horsepower, but you're not quite grown up enough yet. Honestly though, for under 50,000 euro, you want something that'll save you a bit of money. And this car has, in the last 2 days, consumed less fuel than I have consumed beverages. It just goes, that'll do. It's like a cactus of the automotive world.
So, if you're in the market for something fuel efficient, reliable, and German, then this is the car for you.